Welcome. My name is Barbara Lapointe, and I am your Puerto Vallarta real estate agent and host today. Each week, I take time to explore and focus on an important business or service in Puerto Vallarta. And today, I'm delighted to be in conversation with the CEO and owner of Thrive MedSpa, located right in the heart of the romantic zone in Puerto Vallarta. And Mikel Alvarez is with us, and he is the CEO of Thrive MedSpa, and they help us look good and feel great. So welcome, Mikel.
Thank you very much for having me.
Very nice to see you, and thanks for your time. I love your business. You help people look and feel great. And I was hoping to begin by asking you why your business is relevant to Puerto Vallarta. Why is it important?
It is important for us to have a service like mine here in Vallarta because the need that we have for people and guests and residents to feel good on their vacation and their holidays here. I myself, when I was visiting, I got sun poisoning. There's days that I drank a little too much, and the next day I was not able to enjoy activities because I was hungover. And so having a service like mine, being able to do IVs and feel great, it was something that came to me and said, we need to have this service here in Vallarta. Also, when I opened, we were in the middle of COVID, and there was a lot of IVs that we could do to help people feel better during COVID, for the body aches, the pains, the immune system boost. So these are IVs that I can provide that makes it a lot easier for people to consume.
Yeah, you have a comprehensive list of services. So you have the IVs, and then you have the more anti-aging and medical anti-aging, self-care treatments that we're going to get to in a bit. But I'm kind of curious about these IVs. I've never done one, but I know I've been dehydrated in Puerto Vallarta 100%. So give us some examples of what kind of IVs a person might select if they were to visit Thrive.
Sorry, my dog. One of the most popular IVs that we have is the Immune Boost, the Immune Shield. It's full of glutathione, super dose of vitamin C, zinc, and multivitamins. So that's my most popular one, just because people want to be hydrated, because every one of my IVs starts with a full liter of electrolytes. That's really important. We have a full liter every time we do an IV. People here that, they're around other people from all over the world. And so being able to boost your immune system is great. And that's why it's one of the best sellers. You would have thought that the DEFCON hangover would have been the number one, but it actually is not. The immune is the biggest one. We also have the COVID relief for patients that have dealt with COVID and they're still kind of having the lingering effects. We have one to help them. We have just a regular hydration, the banana bag, or Myers cocktail, as people know from Canada and the US, it's called the Myers, and so we have that one as well. We also do stem cells as an IV, so we have a very elaborate list of menu items that we can do.
I always feel really comfortable in your spa, very welcomed and very at ease and very comfortable. So you create a really nice, welcoming environment. And I'm glad to hear that people like the Immune Boost IV, because I think people really do care deeply about their health. So
yes,
that's kind of cool. All
One
right.
thing that separates us from other facilities around the world actually is that we fully disclose what's in our IVs. Other facilities will say, we have vitamin C, we have this, we have that, but they don't tell you exactly how much you're getting. That is really important to know what's going into your body. You need to know how many milligrams or how many grams of a medication or vitamin you're receiving. That's one. The second thing is, as I said earlier, every one of our IVs starts with a full liter. And that's big because we already have you hooked up. So why not get the full liter of fluids that'll help you feel better?
Absolutely. That's incredible. And I've been told several times that electrolytes are key to living here in this hotter climate and beautiful Florida. Very, very nice. All right. So I'm curious to hear more about your offerings with respect to anti-aging and things like that.
So anti-aging, we have more into, offerings into aesthetics or offerings into IVs?
Well, that's a good point. You have IVs for anti-aging?
In a sense, yes. We have the stem cell IVs that go anywhere from 25 million to 300 million stem cells. What is great about that is that it's regenerative health. So as we insert the IV and the stem cells into your body, it's a very slow drip, about 75 minutes, and those stem cells are going throughout your entire body through your circulatory system. So it's given a chance to anywhere that's kind of breaking down or needs more regeneration, that those stem cells attach to it and start regenerating from that point on. I've had it done myself in my knee. I know that I have 2 tears in my right meniscus from skydiving, and I need to have surgery, but I don't have the time to do it right now. And so I did the stem cells about 3 years ago, and I'm on my feet, as you see, every day. And I walk in the streets of the cobblestones, and I've not had any problems. So to me, I think that that's a big relief that I've been able to achieve. I have patients that have flown down from California and then came back down 3 months later on a cruise ship to have more stem cells done because it worked for them. So I really believe in the stem cell side of our company. As far as the aesthetic side, yes, we have our microneedling to help the skin resurfacing. So take away any of the bumps and blemishes on your skin. We remove 3 layers of skin. It's a very easy procedure. We do Botox and fillers to kind of help plump up the skin where we need it, and paralyze the muscles so that way that we don't form any more wrinkles. So those are just some services that we offer that does help us look good and feel great.
Absolutely. I'm going to ask you to pause for a minute, and we're just going to back up because you mentioned a term that I thought was very, very important: regenerative health. And that's actually a term that I'm hearing in Puerto Vallarta. And that's incredible that you offer stem cell service in terms of those that care about regenerative health. That's
correct. So when we have a patient who wants the stem cells, we set up an interview with them, figure out what the need is that they have. It takes us 24 hours to get them shipped over from Guadalajara. They come from a source that is sustainable. It is from the placenta or the umbilical cord of a live birth. And that is very important. They are fully tested before and when the patient comes and receives the stem cells, they receive a certificate of authenticity that shows all of the testing that was done and how many stem cells they received. Everyone will receive more than the number that they selected. As an example, a patient got 50 million, paid for 50 million, and actually got 122 million stem cells. And so they will show exactly how many they're receiving.
That's fascinating. That's a very important service. I'm really glad that we touched on that. So I invite anyone in the audience to make fun of me because I'm a little bit scared of needles, but you offer microneedling, which sounds like needles, but it's really not. And I wanted to invite you to focus in on this offering of microneedling for getting that glowy skin that we all want.
Yeah, absolutely. It's called microneedling. It's skin resurfacing. It's small punctures that are done across the face and neck. We also will push in a different type of serum depending on what the patient's looking for. We have a high dose vitamin C, which is, used for anti-aging. We have what's called BB Glow, which will leave your skin porcelain-like. We also have what's called the Vampy, which is very similar to the vampire facial, but because we do not have the certificate to do the vampire facial, I never wanted to say that we were doing vampire facials here, but we do something very similar by using your PRP on your face. The difference between the vampire facial and the Vampy is that you also do injections in your face of your PRP. We do not. So we're just using your PRP stem cells on your face as we do the microneedling. So those are 3 different types of services that all work really well depending on what the patient's looking for.
Okay. And what are the benefits of microneedling? For example, I understand it's collagen producing.
It forces your body to regenerate the skin. So our practitioner will use his microneedling pen, remove 3 layers of skin, possibly more if the patient wants to go a little bit deeper, but normally it's 3 layers of skin. And as he's doing that, he's pushing in these different serums into the skin. So it is a permanent fix of the skin resurfacing. So your skin will stay the same. Now, over time, if you're not protecting your skin, sunblock, hydration, those marks can come back in the sense that, you'll start redeveloping them just as you got the first time. So it's important to keep up on it. It's important to protect your skin as well because he is removing those layers of skin that were damaged.
But it's a very simple and hydrating and anti-aging and collagen provoking and very comfortable procedure. That you offer now. Full disclosure, I've looked at microneedling in other locations in the US and where I'm from in Canada, and I found it to be a little more costly than you're offering. But like, let's just be honest, you have great, really sexy, wonderful pricing.
Thank you very much. I wanted to be able to offer pricing that was competitive, but also, I believe in volume, not just only to the elite few. These are services that we should all be doing, and that's what I want to have.
Boom, that's so exciting because it is very accessible, but you do feel like you're still getting the same level of service when you visit. So that's why.
And that's key to my business structure, is that I wanted to treat patients the way that I want to be treated as a patient. Too many times I've gone into clinics and they're an hour behind schedule, or the doctor didn't show up, or they ran out of this or that. And that's not how I want to be treated as a patient. I want to feel like I'm a priority when I come in, because I believe that I am the priority. And so I took that mindset and applied it to my business structure with my team. We have patients, we book in enough time, we pad enough time, so that way if our practitioner does go over, the patient needs a little bit more time, we're not interfering with the next patient, which I think is really important. That happens 98% of the time. There's a couple of times where we've had, some things, but we really try to strive to make sure every patient feels warm and welcome when they come in, and that their time is valuable.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So we've touched on quite a few services, IVs, microneedling. What would be one thing we could touch on before we close this podcast that would be valuable to anyone watching today? I'll just open it up for you.
I think that it's really important to know what services that we're coming up with next after high season. So my clinic right now is small to the eye when you walk in. Mm-hmm. We have 4 service chairs available. However, after high season, we're going to be remodeling the back of the facility, and I have almost 3 times the amount of space back behind. And so with that, I'm going to have more services, because I'm going to have more rooms, and in 5 different treatment rooms. We're going to have our floor that's going to have all of our IVs that we can do. A couples room that if they want to do couples IVs together or couple services together, we'll be able to do. We're going to bring in laser treatments for collagen growth called the V-beam. We're going to do cool sculpting. I want to bring in ketamine therapy. I'm going to do erectile dysfunction services as well for patients. So just some more services that we're going to offer in our med spa.
Wow, that's very exciting. That is a lot to look forward to.
Yeah. So I want to be ready for, do the construction over the summer and then be ready for next season.
That's incredible. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
So appreciative of your time today. And if anyone wanted to reach out and ask a question or connect with you or book in for an appointment, what would be the very best way to reach anyone at Thrive right in the Romantic Zone?
Our website is Thrive PV, THRIVEPV.com. Our email is info@thrivepv.com, and we'll be able to answer you and get back in the scheduled appointment if you like.
Beautiful. Well, thanks for joining us today. I'm Barbara Lapointe, your Puerto Vallarta real estate agent, and I'd love to help you find your most perfect property here in Puerto Vallarta. Until next time, thank you.
Thank you.